RDS insieme a te. Voglia di grandi protagonisti.
Hey, my name's Matt.
My name's Dom.
Ciao ragazzi.
And we're in Muse, and you're listening to RDS Radio.
Yeah, it came out of the story for the album, I guess, or the concept for the album came from being interested in drones, basically. You know, it's an interesting technology. It's so kind of new, and it kind of represents to me, it represents a kind of tipping point in relationship between artificial intelligence and human intelligence, and you know, technology and humanity. You know, and to me, I find it kind of slightly threatening, a little bit scary. You know, because I feel like this year, like, they're debating about whether to allow drones to have artificial intelligence to make their own killing decisions, you know? And I kind of feel like that's a very dangerous moment, you know, to allow that to happen. So to me, it just kind of was, it became like a metaphorical representation of all the strange things that have been going on with technology and humanity, and how it affects the way we feel and we live, you know, the way we empathize, you know, because I feel like empathy in general is being kind of reduced all the time by the introduction of technology, and our connections are being reduced all the time. So I guess that kind of just became a central theme for the album, and I chose to kind of do this sort of story where basically it follows like a protagonist who goes from a journey of being like losing hope in themselves, losing faith, and becoming like a little bit like losing empathy and kind of losing feelings, and going through a kind of dark journey of feeling oppressed and used and manipulated by others, but eventually kind of discovering their own inner strength and humanity, like rediscovering humanity and rediscovering the value of it. And when you get to songs like Defector and Revolt, they're kind of like almost revolting against this, you know, and wanting humanity to kind of prevail over this oppressive technology. I think the album is actually I think the album has an optimistic side and a pessimistic side, but I think, you know, there's two narratives. You know, the one narrative goes from Dead Inside through to Aftermath, and this journey is kind of like a positive journey where a person goes to the place of losing feeling, being very cold, but then they eventually discover their strength and their humanity. And I think when this happens, it becomes a very positive moment in the album, because it's kind of suggesting that humanity will and can prevail over these forces, constant threat of oppressive forces, you know. But then the song The Globalist kind of has a similar story, but it ends in a more pessimistic way. So I think overall the album is a little bit ambiguous about, you know, what the prediction is, you know.
But there's nothing there, light only shines for those who share. Unleash a million joys and confide.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, I think we definitely wanted to return to our rock roots slightly with this album, and I think that was really born out of the way in which it was kind of, the music was formed. You know, we started off about a year ago in the summer in Matt's basement, you know, just working through the ideas together, and basically forming the basics of the songs with just, you know, the instruments that we play live on stage. So I think we wanted to try and get a bit more of that kind of that live energy that we have on stage onto the album, which we did for sure.
Have no soul. It's like it died long ago. Your lips feel warm to the touch. You can bring me back.
I think the music industry has become less culturally influential than it was maybe in the last century. But I still think music as an art form is the most influential in terms of its impact, because it shares emotions very directly with people, you know. So that's kind of what I think, really. I think we still like the idea that music can be more than just entertainment, you know. I think music can be something more powerful. So that's what we try to do in the music. We want to try and communicate something more than just entertainment, yeah.
On the outside, you're a blaze and alive.
How? Well, we're going to be out touring again this year. We kind of start in the summertime, doing loads of festivals, you know, and it's going to be a big rock show, hopefully, and you know, hopefully we're going to be able to incorporate some drones into the show as well somehow, which we're kind of working on. But yeah, we're going to be out touring from this summer for about a year. So we're going to come and play here in Italy, in Rome.
Yeah, playing in Rome in is it July? I think end of July, and then
We'll come back.
yeah,
again.
we're going to come back and spend some time in Milan next, maybe early next year sometime, or early spring or something.